Hi, again. Enough already, ladies and gentlemen. You know, all day today, all day yesterday, all day tomorrow, we will be continuously hearing this debate, this argument about what is happening in the country. Everybody who is representing what is going on, trying to find some little way to lie, to cheat, trying to find some way to act ugly. Those who know that this stuff is happening like this, they're trying to stand up and they're talking about it, want to make sure that everybody knows the message. Everybody got a feel of what is truly going on. And the hope is that the people will stand up and resist this, not recognizing that all at the same time that this is going on, the people are forfeiting their power. Right now, for instance, you got a president who's trying to tell the Department of the Justice to what to do, how to represent him, and everybody who knows anything about government knows that that is improper, that it should not be done. And we had the history of when it happened with Nixon, he ended up getting fired, going to be fired, so he resigned. And here in America, we've gone so far down the hole of ignorance and stupidity and evil and ugliness till it doesn't even nobody's even thinking about that. This man is just riding his stuff, or this man who has no business in being in office right now anyway, because he's violated all the rules and the people, the system, America has said, let him stand there anyway. And a lot of people would say, well, we're not for that. I ask you, what are you doing about it? You're sitting right there at home going on your routine stuff like you were doing before. You're doing the same old routine thing. He has said, get my enemies. Do it now. I don't have any time to waste. Go and get my enemies as wrong as he can be. And you, the people, supposed to be representing something that's better. And you sitting around waiting. Why don't you exercise your power by one or two things you can do? Take your power back. When you take your power back, they got no power. When you take your power back, they got no power. And anything they try to do is illegal because you are changing the system. You are changing the system when you, the people, come together and agree. Now, what I'm saying is, what's going on? How long is this going to be? This man is sitting there, and I'm just saying it like this. I'm saying it like this because this is the way you were thinking about it. This is the way they are telling you about it. And you are doing nothing about it. And they are talking to you because they think that there is somebody amongst you who will stand up and do something. Why? Because what they are doing is what they consider their part. This allows them to say that they're participating. They don't have to. Yeah, that's like going to war. People might be for the war, but there are others. There are certain ones that put the weapons in the hands and go out on the battlefield and stand up and take care of business. So right now, what you have are all the people that's for change. They are absolutely for change. But they waiting for somebody else to stand up and go out there and do what has got to be physically done. Who got to go out there and stand up and speak for and stand up and give representation for that which is better than the jive turkey stuff they're being offered every day. They're waiting for somebody else to go do that. They're waiting for some soldiers. And if God is outside of us, or even the God inside of us is probably just waiting, trying to see, are there any soldiers amongst the people of America? There are a lot of people professing to be Christians. There are a lot of people professing to have all this power burning up inside, filled with the Holy Ghost, praying, bringing that power down. And yet, here we are, the country. But not only the country, the world is reaching out. Where is that God? Where is that loving God? You even got people hoping that some God come out of the sky because they've given up on the God living in you. Even though you say you got it, but you got no receipts. You got no evidence. You're just sitting here waiting for the world to end. You're sitting here. Everybody on earth look like they're sitting here waiting for the world to end rather than trying to make sure it doesn't end. by changing this and make this as a magnificent, beautiful as the sun is doing his thing, or the moon doing his thing, then the earth doing its thing. Why don't we think about making the earth that beautiful? No, we're sitting around waiting for the earth to end, talking about the last days. My. See, now all of this is a result of listening to other people who have divided you, got you hating, filled with racism and bigotry, allowing you to recognize that lying and cheating and stealing is part of life, and some get away with it and some don't. And you know what it takes to get away with it, and you know what it takes to don't. They do and you don't. And all of that doesn't make any sense, but that's the way the system that we have been living in, that we have spent our entire lives in. It's like that. And it has brought us to this point. But there still is a power that is responsible for magnificent earth. The rivers, the valleys, the hills, the seas, the flowers, man, the trees, the birds, the worms in the earth, the snakes. That's I'm gonna have to leave out the animals. The big animals out there that's killing each other, eating each other up. I gotta leave that out. That does not. I can't fit that in any place. I can't fit that because that reminds me of human beings, what they do, how they treat each other. So that got to go as well. But ladies and gentlemen, I just want to take a moment to share something with you to let you know that we have not given up at all. We're just really beginning. And we're beginning knowing something that we have not been able to accept. We know it inside our spirit, because as I say these things to you right now, the first thing you say, that's show the right. But now you can't you're telling yourself you can't agree with it, because that's not the way the world is. He's so right, because that's the way. Yeah, that's right. Because if we do that, we'll have our. But how you gonna do that? The world ain't like that. Don't give up, ladies and gentlemen. Accept this. Tomorrow you'll see better. Bye bye for now.